That's 4. Okay, guys, after the music.
JFK Stadium.
You're up. Hello, everyone. Welcome to JFK Stadium. Scott Hansen along with Steve Munson to bring you this afternoon's game between the Bloomington-Jefferson Jaguars and the crosstown rivals Bloomington-Kennedy. Running a little bit late here. You didn't miss one thing, but just one batter is Danny Lee. Gets a base hit on a line drive up second base. And then you just saw him seal the base. Todd Wanshura, the batter now. Plays second base for the Jaguars. Todd looks on to third base. Coach Mingo. Should say today's game should have been played at Dick Mingo Park over at Bloomington-Jefferson, but the field looked a little bit wet, so they decided to come over here and play at Kennedy.
That's correct, Scott. JFK Stadium is definitely in better shape than Dick Mingo Park today. Took a look at it this afternoon and just doesn't seem to drain very good. So they opted for Kennedy. Pretty good condition considering we had snow a couple days ago.
Swung on, up the second base. Second baseman made an error there, and he's safe. So Todd Wanshura gets the base hit, along with Danny Lee, who stays at second. So we have a man on first and second for the Bloomington-Jefferson Jaguars, as that brings up Scott Wanshura, the first baseman.
Kennedy coach is a little ticked off at his second baseman there, Tommy Keezer. Made one error for sure and possibly an error on Danny Lee's hit.
Yeah.
So we'll give him a base hit on that, I guess.
Scotty looks on for ball 1.
Kennedy coach is still yelling at Tommy Keezer. He's ticked off. Feel there should be 2 outs at this point instead of 2 guys on. Kennedy's looking for a double play right now. Like the squad, Scotty had a little problem with that one. Scotty's looking to jack one out of here today for sure. I know his home run production's been a little down since the season has started.
It's true.
Let's see what he can do today.
High fly ball over to third base. Looks like it'll go foul. The third baseman over to take it. And he does.
Scotty stands on first. Can't believe it. He's having a rough season so far. Popped it up again. He's been popping it up all season. I know Scotty was a questionable starter today. Had a little problem with the spider, I understand. Got hit by the spider, but Spider-Man made the recovery and he's here today. That should help the Jaguars out.
That'll bring up Jay Anderson, the third baseman. Jay back after an illness that kept him out of a couple games there earlier in the season.
Talked to Jay about the illness and he thought it was basically getting too run down. He's been playing sports non-stop since before school started. Had a little problem with his health, but back in there and that's
High fly ball. Shortstop position. He makes the play for the out number 2. Two outs, 2 men on base for the Jefferson Jaguars. Man on first and second. That'll bring up Eric Fugelster. Number 17, the center fielder.
all right.
There and watch that. Whoever's going to be on.
All right.
A bunch of garbage. I want some juicy stuff. All right.
High ball. Danny's got an excellent lead on second base. Horseback now. Yugi looks on to Coach Mingo on the third base coaching box. Goes for ball 4, so the bases are loaded for the Jefferson Jaguars. As that brings up the right fielder, Mark Kramer.
Governor Burpich says Minnesota will be opening its second World Trade Office soon in Norway. State
2 outs, the bases loaded.
office opened in Sweden last October.
With Mark Kramer, the batter.
Take advantage of the cultural ties between Minnesota and Canada. The updated forecast is next.
Man-made weather. It's true.
Kramer looks on for strike 1.
And less hail.
Hey, man.
Benefits could be
Hey,
enormous.
man.
But farmers in northwestern Minnesota are blaming record floods on cloud seeding over North Dakota.
I don't know.
I'm Paul Nicholson. This week on News 11 Hour, we'll examine the pros and cons of investigating talk of weather warfare. Weather
Olson goes over to talk to Walsh.
11 Hour 5 on
Get their signal straight.
On stage, in concert for the first time, 3 of country music's biggest stars, spotlighting one of country's all-time living legends, Merle Haggard. Country's most dynamic performer, ready to
Kramer looks on for strike 2.
with the country
Doesn't look
talent winner.
very pleased with that call. But the ump is the man who does the calling, as Kramer has an 0-2 count on him. Line drive in between first and second. The play to first, and he's out. So we have no runs for the Jaguars, but we have 3 hits in the first inning. As they'll go out to warm up. Let's give you the Jaguar lineup. I'll let Steve Munson give you that.
Okay, Scott. First of all, I guess the Jaguars a little disappointed there. They had the bases loaded and couldn't bring anybody in, but check out the lineup here and see what's going on. Pitching today for the Jaguars be number 24, Christopher West. Catching will be number 28, John Williams. Playing first base. Number 21, Scotty H.R. Beck-Wanshura. Playing second base. Number 9, his brother Todd Wanshura. Playing shortstop. Most valuable player so far for the Jaguars. Number 13, Danny Lee. Playing third base today for the Jaguars. Back from the illness, number 18, Jay Anderson. Playing left field, number 7, Pat Beatty. And center field, number 8, Eric Fuglister. And playing right field, number 4, Mark Kramer.
That gives you the Jaguar lineup as they hit the field. Let's take this opportunity to take in the Kennedy lineup. And I'll give you that. At the pitcher position, we have Walsh, number 13. Catching is number 9, Olson. At first is Andrews, number 15. Second, Kaiser, number 2. Reese is in the shortstop position, number 8, and he's going to be batted for by Haley, the DH, number 16. The third base position, we have Strack, number 11. Out in left field, Frenshaw, number 6. Dan Tuzano, number 4, the center fielder. And Larson out in right field, number 22.
Yeah.
You might want to mention.
They mentioned he is here on TV on
You might want to mention that continues his 5-game hitting streak.
Okay, hey, good point by Scott Elliott here. I just kind of mentioned that Danny Leath is hitting the first inning, continues a 5-game hitting streak for him. So Danny, like Steve Munson said there, one of the, or if not the most valuable player for the Jaguars this season.
No doubt about it. So
Joined here
far,
by
he's been the best player for the Jaguars, and I'm sure there's going to be some scouts looking at Danny.
Hey, Kramer, did he hit? He's got a 4. Oh, he was scoring. Man, just get my name in there.
Okay, well, we've been joined here by Scott Elliott and Andy Lee, a couple of our best fans here. Looks on for strike one. Kaiser the batter. Keiser, okay, corrected by McCullough over here. Keiser. Goes on for the walk. Strack the batter, now number 11.
Tommy's an excellent leadoff batter for the Kennedy Eagles. He's got great speed, and he should be a threat to go here. Gonna have to watch him.
Pop ball down the first base line, goes foul. Strike one. Oh, and 1 the count on Strack, the third baseman. Scotty Wanshura goes over there for the help and throws the ball to Chris West. Dan Tuzano, the man on deck for Kennedy. Number 4, plays center field. One and 1 the count on Strack, the third baseman. High for ball 2, 2 and 1 now. High fly ball over first base line. That'll go foul, out of play.
Scotty Wanshura running over there, making a good attempt at it, but no chance at the ball. I know Scotty wants to redeem himself on some foul balls.
That's true in the St. Louis Park game. We our last broadcast, he had a little bit of a problem on those foul balls over there. I think he made a couple errors in that game on just foul balls down the first base line there.
We'll see if Scotty's been practicing at it at all, and see if we can catch him now.
An even count, 2 and 2 on the batter Strack, the third baseman, number 11. Little ground ball, goes for the lead runner. He got him.
Nice play by Scotty. He didn't even wait a second. He threw it right over to second and nailed Keiser with excellent speed. No chance at the batter on that play, but at least he got the lead runner, and that's what they wanted to do.
That's what they want. That is going to bring up Dan Tuzano, number 4. Dan, one of the outstanding athletes over at Kennedy High School, especially in the hockey line, leading his team to second place finish in the state tournament this year.
No doubt about it. Danny's got speed, and I'm sure he's going to be looking at a few hockey scholarships when he gets up there. Of course, Danny is a junior, so coming back next year, and you know, hockey coach Jerry Peterson's got to be excited about that.
0-2.
He got him. Oh, nice throw by Big John Stud Williams.
Big John Stud Williams.
Willie fired it down there, and they just barely nabbed him, but that's all we need. We need an out.
So the first two batters, they both get base hits. They both go on to steal, and they're both thrown out at second base. Just goes to show that the Jaguars are right on top of things on that steal. Dan Tuzano, the batter.
Foul
ball over the backstop.
Looks as if these first couple batters for Kennedy, they've got some excellent speed, so they look like a running team. Once they get on, they're going to be a threat to go every time.
And even count, 2 and 2.
Should be keeping John Williams awake today.
throw at first, or out number 3 is Dan Tuzano. Swings on for the strike, and John Williams having a little bit of a problem on that one. So
But he made the
on.
play. That's what counts, I guess.
Johnny just about to go crazy on that ball down right out in front there, and Coach Mingo yells over to him, take your time, take your time. Not too hard of a play to play on that one, so after 3 up, we have 3 down. And that'll bring the Jaguars team up to bat. A couple of hits for Kennedy in the first inning. We have 1 error, no runs. I don't know if you can see it, but right out front here we have Coach Wally Larson shaking hands with the home plate umpire.
I believe the home plate umpire is Pastor Carucci over at Transfiguration. I know he's an umpire and
it is.
umps a lot of games around here.
So we have Joe Carucci as the home plate umpire.
First batter for the Jaguars this inning is Big John Stud Williams.
Number 28. Did he go around?
No.
He did not go around, so the pitch is in for ball 1.
Appeal on that swing, and the umpire at first base said he didn't go around. A few of the Kennedy fans think he did, but umpire's word stands, and he got 1 ball.
So the count 1-0 on so-called Big John Stud Williams. Swung on, line drive down the second base. Base hit for John Williams. And that'll bring on the left fielder, number 7, Pat Beatty.
That was a nice hit by Will. He got a hold of it right up the middle and ran down to first for a single.
So man on first, Pat Beatty, our batter. Beatty, one of the bigger athletes over at Jefferson, participating in many, many sports. You name it, Pat's in it.
That's correct. Did an excellent job field goal kicking for the Jaguars this year. Nice scoop by the third baseman.
Goes for the double play, but he won't get it. But John Williams is thrown out at second base because he has a nice dirty uniform now.
That'll make his mom happy. That was an excellent pickup there by the third baseman. Strack made an excellent play, scooped it and threw it on down to first. Tried for the double play, but they were a little too late.
The pitcher, Chris West, the batter now. Looks on the pitch for ball 1. Hopper up in the infield there, first base, calls for it and makes the play. So Andrews makes the attempt for out number 2 on the Jaguars, as we're on the top of the order again with Danny Lee, the batter. Number 13, Danny plays shortstop. As we said before, the MVP, no doubt, for the Jaguars this season so far.
Danny got a hit up his first time.
Yes, he did. He had a base hit. And last game,
Beatty's going. He's in there.
Last game, Danny just had an excellent game with a four-hitter. So Danny is doing excellent on the field and at the bat.
Beatty, who just stole second there, had an excellent jump and beat the throw into second base. So Danny, let's see if he can drive in the first Jaguar run here.
4-1 the count. Timeout. Danny looks on. Strike. Looks down to Coach Mingo. Gives him a signal. And he's up to bat again. 0-2. Danny looking for that perfect stance. Swung on for strike 3. And also out number 3 is 3 batters up and 3 batters down. The top of the second inning. No runs, just 1 hit. Steve, what do you think of the Jaguars' play so far this game?
So far, first inning, they had an excellent chance, and they blew it. They had bases loaded, and they couldn't get a run in. And this last inning, they had a runner in second. They also couldn't get him in. First inning, Kenny was up to bat. Westy seemed to be keeping the ball down low and getting the outs. And so far, I'd say it's we've got a good game going, but we're going to have to see what develops.
I think as of now, for the batting standpoint, I think the Jaguars have an early lead on that portion of the game. But fielding-wise, I think it's just about equal, as you said.
Yeah, except for those 2 possible errors. One for sure by Keyser in the first inning. Allowed 2 Jaguars to get on. Other than that, haven't had any errors.
The batter will be Crenshaw, the left fielder, number 7, or number 6 rather.
I believe his name is pronounced Frenchou.
Frenchou, okay.
I believe that's how it's pronounced.
Popper down to third base. Anderson with the play, and he got him.
Nice play by Jay. Took his time coming on up and rifled the ball over there in time for the out.
1 up, 1 down as the DH comes up to bat for Reese. The DH is number 16, Haley.
C.J. Anderson's dad, Bill Anderson, is in attendance at today's game. Of course, Bill is the Olson pool coordinator. He does an excellent job over there.
Haley looks on for ball 1. So 1-0 the count on the DH. Low for ball 2. Swung on. High fly ball.
Beatty started up on that play like he was going to dive for the ball, but stayed back and let it hit for a single.
So Haley goes on with a base hit. Stays at first. First pitch in, ball 1. At second base as West makes the play.
There it is, double play for the Jaguars. Nice play by Westy. Took the ball in and threw it on down to the second baseman. Shortstop Danny Lee threw it on first for a double play.
3 up, 3 down for the Jaguars in the bottom of the second inning. There, we finally got our monitor pitcher back. go to the top of the third inning now. Jaguars up to bat.
Where's the camera? Because we watch night shift.
First batter for the Jaguars should be Todd Wanshura. Todd, in his first time to bat, got a base hit. Todd, the younger brother of the first baseman, Scott Wanshura.
Is that mic on? No.
Foul ticked that one, but catcher hung on to it for strike one.
Timeout by Joe Carucci to clear home plate.
Ooh, Todd went for a bad
Wanshura
pitch on
goes
that one.
around. Strike two on the telephone pole, man. Ump says he didn't go around. 1-2 the count on Todd Wanshura. Line drive down third base. Play to first, and he got him.
Nice play by the third baseman there, Strack. Dove for the ball, got up and made the throw. Beat Wanchy running down to first base there.
2 up and 2 down. That'll bring up Scott Wanshura, the first baseman.
See if Scotty can get back on track here.
Looks on, ball one.
Pitcher thought that one was, ooh, Kennedy side is a little ticked off about that call. He thought that was a strike. Umpire said it was a little high.
Go, Herbie. You hit it through the window.
High and outside, ball two. 2-0 the count on Scott Wanshura, the first baseman. A 3-0 count now as Scott looks on for ball three.
Scotty's looking for his pitch here. He's not going to swing at anything bad.
Chokes up a little bit on the bat.
Ooh.
Scott falls back for ball four and gets a walk.
That pitch almost hit Scotty, but he ducked out of the way just in time. He'll take the walk down onto first base.
That'll bring up the third baseman, number 18, Jay Anderson. Jay on his first time to bat, popped out. Let's see what he can do now as he comes up for the second time. Swung on for strike one. Sun's coming out here, warming us up a little bit. It's a beautiful day to play baseball.
Yeah, at least it's not as windy as it was that last telecast we had.
Last broadcast there at Dick Mingo Park the wind was so strong.
That pitch was a little inside. Got a 1-1 count on the batter.
2 outs, a man on first base. Inside, Scott Wanshura looked on, was going to go, but then decided not to. Two and one count on Jay Anderson, the third baseman. Strike two. All even count now, 2-2.
Jay is batting in the cleanup position today. Wanchi takes off, unbelievable. He's in there, Keyser can't hold on to it again. Kennedy coach is ticked off.
Mark that down, another error.
Wanchi steals again. I don't know if he's got some hidden speed that we
don't know about.
Haven't seen him before, but it's the second time this year I've seen him take off, and that's kind of rare. I'm sure Coach Mingo will take it.
High fly ball out to center field.
Way back.
Play is made for out number 3.
Scotty
I
takes
believe
up.
That should be out number 3. It isn't though. I thought we had 2 outs already.
I believe we have 2 outs now. Jay hit that wave back far in the center field. The center fielder had to run back and made the catch. Scotty tagged up and is now on third base.
That'll bring up Eric Fugelster. Eric, the center field position, number 17.
Eric pitched a complete game in yesterday's victory over Burnsville. I believe it was 9-1. So that's 21 innings of pitching for Eric this year in 3 games. So he's went the distance in all 3, and you know Coach Mingo's happy with that performance. Of course, Eric is a member of that Jefferson Lumber Company, the famous Jefferson Lumber Company. Foul ball, could be out of play. Was in play, but third baseman couldn't get there in time. I know Eric wanted me to say a special hello to his girlfriend, Kim Simmons.
Okay.
Kim Simmons of Super Value fame, that is. She's the most famous checkout girl at Super Value.
So when everybody
goes by
over to Super Value, make sure that they go to her line, right?
That's right. No matter what you buy, go to Kim Simmons' line.
I count 1-1 on Fugie. It's on ball 2. Two and 1 now, the count on Eric Fugelster. Ooh.
All ball off the umpire's mask.
One thing I noticed, home plate umpires not using any type of a chest protector.
I believe he's got the type of uniform where they got a chest protector on the inside. Yeah, it's built on the inside. Most umpires are going to that. It's not as bulky as the old outside chest protector. Nice hit by
Hopper
Fugie.
on the shortstop. That'll give Fugie the base hit, and Scott Wanshiro will come in to score.
There's an RBI for Eric Fugelster. Fugie wrapped that right over the shortstop's head. Tommy Reese, made a jump for it, but didn't quite have enough jump on the play. And Eric Fugelster will run down to first for a single and an RBI. Jaguars take the lead 1-0.
That'll bring up Mark Kramer, right fielder, number 4. Mark grounded out on his first time to bat. The man goes to second base.
Fugie was taken off. But third baseman, they made a nice play, kept the ball in front of him.
Play by Strack there.
Yeah, Strack looks like an excellent infielder. I've seen him make a number of nice plays so far.
Had just a slight problem with that ball as it took a bad hop and hit him in the chest, and then he ended up picking up the ball and throw it to first for the out. Just an excellent play. So after 2.5 innings, we have the Jaguars on top, 1-0. And that'll bring up The first batter for Kennedy, number 22, Larson. Larson plays the right field position. A reminder, you are in tune to BEC-TV, Bloomington Educational Cable Television, Channel 17D.
You're back.
We are back. First batter, as we said, number 22, Larson.
We've got a shot of the utility infielder there warming up with the left fielder, Pat Beatty. That's Mike Dornfeld. Not in action so far, but I'm sure we'll see him later on in this game as he's a valuable part of this Jefferson Jaguar team.
Come on, Popper. Inside there, Danny Lee runs to make the play, but couldn't, as Larson goes down with the base hit.
Little popper that nobody could catch, and I think even if they would have picked it up, he still would have beaten it out, because it was high enough that gave him enough time to run down to first, but not that high that the Jaguars could get to it.
I believe after this inning, we're going to be having a short in-between inning interview here.
Yes, that's correct. We're going to bring on the Kennedy basketball star, Mike McCullough, after this inning and have a little talk with him, see what his plans for the future are.
Swung on foul ball over the backstop here.
I know I'd like to say a special hello to his dad, TJ McCullough. TJ is an excellent baseball fan, but is not in attendance at today's game.
What would you say our attendance is here today, Steve? We got about,
I don't know,
80,
JFK Stadium, it's not quite
here?
full yet, but it's getting there.
Got about 85 people here, I'd say, something like that.
Oh,
got some people sitting on the grass
yeah.
over there along the hill on the first base line. A few people over on the Jefferson side there. The batter, number 9, Olson. Olson, the catcher. Swung on, down the second base line.
Nice play by
Danny Lee makes the
There's two.
play. Goes on for the double play.
Chris West threw him a change-up curve on that one, and batter waited on it, but didn't get a hold of the ball and tapped it to Danny, and Danny made a nice play on it. Didn't even toss it to Todd, just took it in stride and made the double play. Excellent play by Danny Lee.
That brings up the pitcher, number 13, Walsh. Batter now. And that'll finish off the batting league, or the batting lineup, rather. Batting league, what is this, Hans? The batting lineup for Kennedy. And we'll start over. The Jaguars already gone through theirs once and just about finishing up on the second time. Low for a ball. 2-0 the count.
Big generator that's making all the bloody noise. Let me see if that can do.
High for ball 3. 3-0 the count on Walsh.
Unless he's a little disappointed on this batter, he knows the pitcher up, he should be throwing him right across the plate. Try making an easy out. There's a nice pitch. In there for a strike. Counts 3-1.
I believe our last broadcast, there was a scout from the Kansas City Royals here, or over at Dick Mingo Park, to take a look at Chris West and his pitching skills.
That looked like a nice pitch from up here. Just threw him that change-up curve again. Weston thought it was a strike, but the umpire said ball 4. So the pitcher for the Kennedy Eagles is on first base.
And that'll bring up number 2, Keyser, the second baseman. Looks on, strike 1. Runner going to second. Danny Lee there for the play.
Ooh.
Safe.
Ooh.
Close call by the
tough
umpire
call.
there.
Danny's questioning the call. Looked like he was out from back here, but the umpire had the better view and called him safe under the tag, I guess. Looked like a nice throw by John Williams. But like I said before, it looks like Kennedy's the type of team that likes to run, and so far they've been running a lot.
Man on second base now. Keyser the batter. A 1-1 count, all even up. 1-0 the score. The Jaguars on top. Swung on. Strike. 1-2.
It's a foul ball.
Up or down the
play.
first base line there. Yeah. 1-2 remain the count. On Keyser. Hopper in the infield. Jay Anderson with the call, makes the play for out number 3. So we'll be having our short interview with Mike McCullough. I'll hand my headset over to him.
You got Mike McCullough here, a star of the Kennedy Eagles basketball team this year. They went to state. Ended up with a 4th place finish. Is that correct, Mike?
Yeah, it is, Steve.
I know you've had a number of college offers. If you made a decision yet as to where you're going next year?
To tell you the truth, Steve, I've narrowed it down, but I haven't quite decided yet. I should have my decision made within the next 2 weeks.
I understand you're a close and personal friend of Flip Saunders. Is that correct?
Flip and I do make acquaintances once in a while. I don't know how far our friendship goes, but I do know him.
Well, that's good. Have you made any other plans as far as playing any other sports in college? Is basketball your only sport you're going to play? Are you thinking of checking out golf? Or?
I'm thinking of mainly concentrating on ball. I know my good friend Keith Opatz and Steve Russian, who I play golf with a lot this summer. Maybe if my game goes good, I might play golf, but I think basketball mainly.
Are you aware of the Opatz family and that excellent golfing family?
Oh,
I know
yes, I am.
Their father, Jerry Opatz, is an
Yes.
excellent golfer.
Oh, yes. Their family's got a long history of golf, and it's tough not to get into the golf mood when you go into Opatz's. I know Rox Opatz, who's one of the best golfers of the family. She's taught me a lot, so I'm gonna try to play golf maybe if Rox can teach me something.
All right, looks like we're about ready to start here again. And Mike, I want to thank you for being on this interview, and I want you to say hello to your father, T.J. McCullough.
Okay, sweet.
Man, don't you get the gift watch?
The batter is John Williams, the catcher. John looks on, swings for strike 1.
We got a roster around here?
On drive down to second base, throw to first, and John's out.
Nice pickup by the shortstop, Reeson. Rifle it down to first.
The score, 1-0 in favor of the Jefferson Jaguars.
Oh, I ain't sliding in. I knew I could draw you.
Batter for the Jaguars now is Pat Beatty.
Pat Beatty. Pat looks on for a strike. The ball looked a little bit low to me, but the ump's the man who makes the calls.
Seems as if the umpire, Joe Crucci's got a low strike zone. He's calling him low. Nice pitch, curved right in there.
Strike 2 on Pat Beatty. No men on base for the Jaguars as of yet.
Back
Down
to
ball
the
to
pitcher.
Pitcher for out number 2.
as Pat Beatty runs back into the dugout.
That'll
Back
bring
row,
up
Renee
the-
Bloom comes out, picks up the bat. She does an excellent job for the Jaguars. I know Coach Mingo is very glad to have a bat girl on the team, take some of the pressure off some of the other players.
That'll bring up the pitcher Chris West as he looks on for strike one.
A nice cut at that one, but didn't quite wait enough on it.
No, seriously. I don't understand. Let's go, Walsher!
Fouled back, strike two.
Go, Michael! Yeah, it was good.
Kenny,
Pitching
player
in for a
thought that was
ball.
a nice pitch, but the umpire opted to call that a ball.
It wasn't low. Where was it? Let's tackle the batter. Come on up.
Some of the Kenny fans are getting a little ticked off at the umpire right now.
Come on, batter.
A little high. 3-2 the count.
Anybody got the time? Come on, Blue. Slim, we got about 10 more minutes. I'm ready whenever you're ready. Come here, huh?
Swing a high fly ball out to left center field. Plays made by Dan Tuzano, number 4. We're out number 3.
Nice play by Tuzano with that speed of his. He ran the ball down and made the catch. It's a nice hit ball, nicely hit ball by Westy.
Coming from JFK Stadium, we have a score of 1-0 in favor of the Jefferson Jaguars.
Go, Chuck.
First batter for Kennedy,
Willie Nelson rules.
closing up this inning. It would be the third baseman Strack, number 11. This is the bottom of the 4th inning.
Jaguars, of course, have a 1-0 lead on Eric Fuglister's RBI. Brought in Scotty Wanchura.
Go, you guys. Make something happen. Let's go. What time do you think it is?
I guess so far you could say it's been a pitcher's game, not a whole lot of scoring chances except for that first inning when the Jaguars had the bases loaded.
And
Failed to get anybody in.
They did.
But 2 of those runners were on because of errors also, so not a whole lot of hitting so far.
I called him Monday and he goes, oh, I'm busy. If you called you tomorrow, called you next day, and then called me.
Pitch goes down, and we're ready to start. Said Strack, the batter, number 11, the third baseman. Pitch fouled back over the top of the backstop. Just about hit a girl there on her bike. So 0-1 the count. 0-2 now as the pitch goes in for strike 2. Low for ball 1, 1-2 the count.
That's a good proof. It's rock proof. I think they fixed it. Oh, I got his fans.
Hopper out to left field.
Beatty on
And
the play.
Beatty makes the play.
Westy threw another changeup on that one. He batter waited on it but popped it up. That was the third baseman, Strack. He's had an excellent game so far in the field. Made a number of nice plays for the Eagles.
That'll bring up the center fielder, Dan Tuzano. Dan, another one of the Kennedy players with just excellent top speed. Fouled back, strike one, 1-1 the count. Dan looks on, ball two.
Sweet, you should be a chauffeur. Are you? Wait a minute.
Nice hit by Danny.
Tuzano off to right
Oh.
field.
Kramer just stood there for a second, didn't know which way to go. Danny Tuzano pulls in with the double, stand-up double. Nice hit by Tuzano. He got a hold of that one, waited on it. Drilled it out to right field. Kramer looked a little stunned by the shot. He stood there for a second. And then he went back, but it was by that time it was already over his head.
And that will bring up the left fielder, front shoe. Number 6. Fouled back. Strike one. Just about hit the generator over there. Throw to second, the man safe. Looks like we have a couple of girls softball games going on over in the other couple fields over here at JFK Stadium.
Yes, I believe the Kennedy Eagles are playing the Jaguars also over there. I know the Jaguars softball team has a new coach under the leadership of Mr. John Bianchi.
High fly ball just outside the infield. As Todd Wanshura makes the play for the Jags. Had a chance to interview John Bianchi this earlier this season for Time Out, the live weekly sports show hosted by Tom Benneman. Ball one to the batter, number 16, the DH Haley, batting for the shortstop Reese. Swung on, strike one.
Nice pitch by Westy.
Around, strike two.
Of course, Haley was also a member of the Kennedy basketball team that went to the state tournament this year. Waited on it, hit down to first. Scotty will make the play by himself. And there's 3 outs.
Scotty H.R. Beck. Should say, actually, I don't know if we should be calling Scott Wanshura H.R. Beck. The true man, Ken Herbeck, one of the veterans from Kennedy, played first base for the Eagles and went on to play first base for the Minnesota Twins and just doing a heck of a job over there.
I believe we're going to be going to the 5th inning now.
I believe so. The top of the 5th is we lead it off with Danny Lee. Score 1-0 in favor of the Jaguars. his first time to bat, gets a base hit. There you see the score, top of the 5th inning. From JFK Stadium.
So far today, Danny's had a single and he struck out his last time up. That's rare for Danny because usually he gets a piece of the ball.
There he got a piece of it just outside the infield there. The second baseman, Keyser, makes the play. Ball goes round the horn and back to Walsh. That'll bring up Todd Wanshura, the second baseman. Todd also gets a piece of it on the first pitch. Fly ball out to center field. Tousignant comes in and makes the play for out number 2. Scott Wanshura, the next batter. Scott, the first baseman, also gets a piece of it. First pitch, left center field. Plays made for out number 3, 3 up, 3 down. After the Jaguars, we're just going into the bottom of the 5th inning now. The score remains 1-0 in favor of the Jaguars. That should bring up, I believe, Andrews, the first baseman for Kennedy, number 15.
Score here. Come on, Andy.
The batter, the first baseman, Andrews, number 15. And on deck, Larson, the right fielder. Swing on foul.
Westy jammed him on that pitch. Mr. Andrews couldn't get around on it.
Kind of just above the hands on the bat there. Swing on high fly ball out to left field. Right field, rather. Kramer makes the play for out number 1.
Come on, Dean.
Down ball 1. Swung on foul.
Go, Dino.
1-1.
Both pitchers for the game today have been doing an excellent job.
They have.
Go, Lardy.
Letting the batters only pop it up high or keep it down on the ground. Ooh,
There he's
that hit him.
hit. He gets his base. 2 broadcasts, we've seen Chris West hit 2 batters. So whether Chris has a tendency to keep the ball inside, who knows?
Looked like he was signifying on that pitch that he tried throwing a curve and it slipped on him. We'll have to see what he says after the game, but that's what appeared on that play.
Batter number 9, Olson. Catcher. It's on for ball 1. Swung on. Ball. Should go out of play. It does.
Third baseman Jay Anderson made a nice effort for it, but couldn't catch up with it.
Should say Jay played quarterback for the Jefferson football team this season. Brought him all the way to second place finish in state tournament.
And that crowd that going wild.
Down for a ball is Olson. Two and 1 to count. Swing on line drive, Scott Wanchura. The ball gets right past him. Larson goes on to third, and Olson at first. So a man in scoring position right now, Steve.
I think Scotty thought he should have had that one. It would have been a tough play, but looked like it went right under his glove, took a hop, made a dive for it, missed it.
That one definitely not a Ken Herbeck move.
No.
The batter Walsh, the pitcher for Kennedy, number 13. It's on high, ball 1. Two and 0 the count. On the pitcher Walsh. Inside, ball 3. Westy having a little bit of a problem putting the ball in the strike zone.
With second base open, though, I think he doesn't want to give him anything too good to hit.
Inside, ball 4. He'll walk. The base is loaded now. Better bring up Keyser.
At the
And
top
of the order.
The bases are loaded.
Keyser, the second baseman, number 2.
Kennedy asked for timeout. So bring a jacket out to the pitcher. First base.
Keep that arm warm there. Keyser, the left-handed batter for Kennedy. The on-deck man, Strack, the third baseman. Swung on, foul, strike 1. Hung on, fly ball out to right field. Mark Kramer there for the play.
Kramer's gonna have to throw it tough. He's going. Good play on him.
The Kennedy Eagles tying this game up. Bottom of the 5th inning, we have a score 1-1, all even now.
Good job, Lordy.
Men on second and third, scoring position for Kennedy. Sacrifice fly out to right field. Brings in the run, and that'll bring up Strack, the third baseman for Kennedy. As we said before, men on scoring position. Track line drive. Try to bring it two at least. Brings in 2 more runs for Kennedy. The score 3-1 now, and he got him at second. Play at second base. I think the Eagles thought they might catch us off guard if they throw it home. To throw to second base, they got him.
Both Kennedy coaches are walking out to the umpire. They thought he was under the tag. Umpire says no.
So now we have a score. This quick 5th inning goes through 3-1 in favor of the Kennedy Eagles.
Way to hustle.
Assistant coach for Kennedy, coach Steve Stroman, can't believe that call. Still looking at the umpire. Thought third baseman Strack was under the tag. I'm sure the Eagles are happy they got 3 runs in that inning. They take the lead now. Jefferson will have to go to work.
They will.
They got 2 more at bats.
And Kennedy has the final ups. So if the Jaguars do end up going up on top in these next 2 up-to-bats, Kennedy will have the final up.
See the Jefferson photographer, Rob Fuglister, is in attendance at today's game. Of course, he is the father of Eric Fuglister. He's constantly taking pictures, and I understand he has almost won a trip to Hawaii.
Huh.
His job, he of course works for Jockey International, is a close friend of Jim Palmer, and I understand that he stays in a few more Holiday Inns. He's going to be going to Hawaii.
Huh.
I know Eric's looking forward to that, so he can have a few more parties at his house.
I think you might have just ruined Eric's chance at having a few parties if his dad ends up tuning in on this broadcast.
We'll have to see what happens. I also see that one of the best-known Jefferson Jaguar fans is also in attendance, Mr. Wayne Skotanis. Wayne, of course, attends all Jefferson Jaguar baseball games, and he's here today.
The batter is the third baseman, number 18, Jay Anderson. Jay, in his first time to bat, popped out the first time. On the second time, he flied out. So
I bet you can hit it. You act like a broken ladder, batter. Swing! Right down the pipe! Right down
Strike
the
2.
pipe, Stucky!
Count 0-2 now.
One, and Jay thought it was a little going outside. Umpire called it a strike.
Count 0-2 on Jay Anderson. Down ball 1. 1-2 now.
On deck for the Jaguars is number 17, Eric Fuglister, and following him will be the right fielder, number 4, Mark Kramer. That's inside, ball 2.
Even count 2-2. Swung on.
Nice hit by
ball,
Jay.
Center field.
I don't think he's going to make a play on it. Nope.
Right field, rather.
It's over the
Bounced
fence.
over the fence, so he'll get a
Ground
stand-up
rule
double.
Ground rule double on that one. He's going to have to go back to second. I'm sure he's feeling mad about that. He could have had a triple out of that.
Eric Fugelstor, the batter. A reminder, you're in tune to BEC-TV, Bloomington Educational Cable Television, Channel 17D.
That hit by Jay Anderson. Larson got a little turned around. I think wind might have played a little bit on that ball. He got turned around, made a dive for it, but couldn't quite come up with the ball, and it bounced and went over the fence. So Jay's at second base, and the batter now for the Jaguars, number 17, Eric Fuglister.
Dun, 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 dun. Eric Kendrick now has a count of 1-1 on him.
Looks like Fugue's taking a good look at the pitcher right now. He's waiting for his pitch. The runner on second, he wants to get at least one run in. Maybe two if he can hit it out of here. Get a nice cut at that one.
1-2 now, the count on Fugue. Swung on foul again.
Fugue hangs in there. He's taking some nice cuts, but just fouling him off so far. Let's see if he can get a hold of one here.
Plate umpire Joe Carucci having a little problem with that ball as it comes over the backstop. Swung on, makes a play. Second baseman Keyser.
Nice play by Jay Anderson there. It was a line shot, and he went back to second right away. So there's no chance of him getting caught off there.
I know.
Kramer fouls one out of play.
Anybody have any ass?
Jay Anderson on a 2-1 count. Swing on down the third base line.
Looks like it's going to be foul, but he's got to play on it. Nice catch.
He made the catch. 2 outs, man on second base. Bring up Big John Stud Williams.
Nice play by the left fielder there, Frenshu. It's a foul ball, but he made the catch, and there's 2 outs for the Jaguars with Jay Anderson still on second base.
John Williams going to be playing football this next fall for the University of Minnesota. Swung on. 1-1 to count on John Williams.
Willie was a little disappointed in himself on that pitch. I don't think he wanted to hit that one. Little number down the first.
First base makes the play for out number 3. So the Jaguars not getting a run in this inning. Will have to get at least 2 on their next up to bats, and possibly more if Kennedy ends up scoring in this inning.
Yes, that's correct, Scott.
Come on, redhead. Go, redhead.
Leadoff batter for Kennedy, Dan Tuzano. confidence here in the mound. Jay Anderson, Scott Wanshire, and the pitcher, Chris West. Sun's out here again at JFK Stadium. Dan Tuzano, the batter for Kennedy. Bottom of the 6th inning. Strike one.
I know if the Jaguars want to try to get back into this game, they want to make sure they don't let Kennedy score any runs here. So I think Chris West is going to try to bear down here tough. See if we can get him 1, 2, 3. Danny Tuzano.
Head of first. Safe. Westy having a little bit of a problem on that throw. Threw a little bit low. And that made Scott Wanshire have a little bit of a problem at first. So the batter, Dan Tuzano, goes on for 1.
Would have been a close play even if Westy had come up with the ball. Of course, Danny's got excellent speed. And he ran down first pretty fast.
Next batter, Crenshaw, number 6, the left fielder. First pitch in, ball 1. Tuzano on first. Leading off now. In there, strike 1. 1-1 the count, all even up. Going to second base, the throw. He dropped the ball. Tuzano's in for a stolen base.
Throw was a little off, and Todd had to try to swing as soon as he caught the ball, and he didn't quite have the ball. He dropped it. Might have had him, but Danny's in there, and Danny Tuzano's in there for a stolen base, and then got a runner on second now with no outs. Coach for Kennedy is having a little conference with the batter, Fred Shue.
I believe that's Buster.
Yes, that's correct. Buster has been a longtime coach here at Kennedy also. Same as Dick Mingo, he's been a longtime coach at
I believe Dick Mingo
Jefferson.
It's been Jefferson ever since the school opened.
That's correct, and the only coach they've ever had, and I know he's got an excellent record there for the Jaguars.
As we said before, this game would have been played over at Dick Mingo Park, but the snow and that earlier this week made the field quite damp, so we're over here at JFK Stadium.
Willie made a nice stop on that last pitch, kept Danny Tuzano from going to third.
Nice base hit.
Got a base hit. Danny's been sending him around, and they're going to score another run here.
Just about close play there at the home plate. But Danny Tuzano comes in, scores 4-1 now in favor of the Kennedy Eagles. Should say there are no outs either, are there?
No outs. Jaguars are in trouble now.
Down by 3 runs.
At least 3 runs next inning, maybe more.
The batter, number 16, the DH, Haley.
Of course, Haley is DHing for the shortstop, Tommy Reese. You know, Tommy has an excellent glove and does an excellent job for the Eagles at shortstop. But apparently they're a little more confidence in their DH, Haley. Could be a double play here.
Tags him, goes to first.
Nice play by Todd.
Double play by Todd Wanshire.
Louis made a nice play on that, and he's known for that, tagging the player and then throwing it on to first for a double play.
Batter number 15, the first baseman, Andrews.
Of course, Todd has a extra big glove that he tries to spread out and make the most of. He's got glove which he likes to stretch out and apparently suits him best.
Strike one.
That's a big play for the Jaguars there, that double play. Got 2 out now and no one on base.
1-1 the count. Goes to 2-1.
Westy's been throwing that off-speed stuff a lot today. I don't know if that's something that Kennedy has trouble with, or if it's just a pitch he likes to throw.
Fly ball out to right field. Kramer's there for the play, and he makes it. So the score 4-1 in favor of Kennedy. That'll bring up the Jaguars on their last time to bat in the top of the 7th inning. They'll have to score at least 3 runs, possibly more, to take the lead, and then hold Kennedy in their final ups to no runs.
See Jeff Holferty getting up. It looks like he's going to be pitch hitting for somebody.
I believe you were telling me last broadcast that Holferty has a record for the longest hit at Dick Mingo Park.
Yes, that's correct. He hit the school building, and I understand it almost went on the roof, something which has never been done at Jefferson Stadium.
It's got to be at least 500 feet.
Yeah, no doubt. Close to it, at least. Between 400 and 500.
So I know the dimensions at Dick Mingo Park. 320, 350, 320.
I'm not sure what the dimensions here at JFK Stadium are, but I believe they're looking at this here. Looks like I don't know what the dimensions here at JFK Stadium are, but I believe the dimensions are definitely bigger than Dick Mingo Park, so it'd take a nice poke to get it out of here. But I'm sure the Jefferson Lumber Company is up to the task. A member of that Jefferson Lumber Company is up to bat now, Jeff Holferty.
Try and figure out who Holferty's batting for. Should be batting for the left fielder, Pat Beatty, as we see the pitcher number 24, Chris West, on deck. One and two the count. They look onto the first base ump. And he says he went around. I think the catcher came out to ask the first base ump.
I believe they were appealing the call wrong first. You have to go to the home plate umpire, and they were going directly to the first base umpire. Umpire made the sweet signal, and Jeff Holferty strikes out. A lot of the fans are wondering why he waited, but he has to wait for the correct appeal procedure, and that's what he was doing in that case.
Strike one on the pitcher, Chris West. A little high for ball one. 1-1 the count on Chris West. There for strike two. The count 1-2 now on West.
Pitcher for Kennedy Eagles, Walsh, has done an excellent job today. He's kept the Jefferson Lumber Company at bay and only allowed 1 run.
Ball right here. Hit our cord.
Ball.
1-2 the count. Swung on, high fly ball. way out to left field. Play is made for out number 2, and that'll bring up the top of the order. Number 13, the shortstop, Danny Lee.
Nice catch by the left fielder there, Frenchu. He's made a number of nice putouts there in the outfield.
Come on, Dan, he went off Gwen.
Fans rooting on Danny Lee up to bat now. Could be the last batter for the Jaguars.
Looks on for strike 1.
Good job, Walter! Good job! Hey!
Danny obviously didn't think that was in their first strike. Swung on down the second base. The player made an error. Throws him out. And that should do it for this game.
And Kennedy pulls her off.
So the Kennedy Eagles up on top, the Jaguars 4-1 in 6.5 innings of play.
Jaguars are definitely disappointed about this, but it's still early in the season, and
that's true.
I know they're pointing towards region playoffs, and I'm sure they'll be there when the time comes.
Jags
Kennedy played an excellent game today. Their pitcher Walsh did just a great job for the Jaguars, and I think he might have been the difference. It looked like maybe Westy might have tired a little at the end of the game, or else Kennedy batters were getting used to his pitches, and they started hitting a little bit, and the Jaguars just couldn't quite get on track all day. Their hitting just wasn't on. I don't know if pressure, maybe a little tired from yesterday's game, but whatever the case, Kennedy definitely was a better team today.
Jaguars had an opportunity earlier this season to travel out to Florida for spring training. I believe they came back with a, what was it, 9-1 record, something like that in spring training. They only lost to a junior college team, like you said last broadcast.
Yeah, that's correct. I think at 6-1 they were.
6-1, okay. And that gave them a little bit of an opportunity to see how they work together as a team, and hopefully they can keep working together as a team and get a few wins under their back pocket. So, well, we'd like to thank you for joining us today on today's broadcast from JFK Stadium. This is Baseball 84 for the Jaguars. I'm Scott Hansen, along with Steve Munson, saying thanks a lot. Join us again.